All right, good morning, everybody. It is Wednesday, and man, great day for the Orioles. Great day for me because the plus, it's 5-2, and then Suarez to get the win was plus 310. So that's all great. But and I've said this, I'm on a nice little winning streak here the past few weeks, but just makes me feel better to point out how lucky things are, and it just is. It's the reality of it. So the lucky thing, the triple yesterday is not lucky, right? So the game starts off, we give up a triple, and then Suarez gets three outs in a row, doesn't give up a run. That's not considered lucky, right? Like that's Suarez does a great job. The lucky part's the second inning because it's back-to-back walks, and then it's a three-run homer. Except it's not by just an inch. However you want to measure it, it's just so close to being a home run. It's a home run everywhere else, but it's not. So get away with it, and then there's no more luck involved, right? Suarez is fantastic for the rest of the game. Gives up two hits on the way out, but hits the props besides the walks, just a little erratic there. But man, Suarez is great. He's been great. I think he'll be a high leverage guy in October when we're in the playoffs. I don't expect him to start, but hey, for right this second, we need a starter. He's in there. We'll see exactly when Kramer comes back and how Povich does. But man, great weapon to have. Suarez is awesome. And yeah, 5-2. A lot of things happened yesterday with the Orioles that, I feel, I guess there's, I don't want to say controversy, but somebody's got to go down, right? So Mateo comes up, hits the three-run homer. I guess you could have sent Stowers down if you wanted to and let Norby stay up, get a few more at bats, see what he looks like in left field, give him those opportunities. But they opted to go the other way and keep Stowers in there. And yeah, so that's that. I don't think there's much really like I don't think that was much of a surprise. And then Mateo comes first at bat, hits a three-run homer. So it's going to be really hard to get Mateo out of the lineup, and that's a good problem for the Orioles to have. It just I think a lot of people want to I don't want to say need content or just want to talk about things for whatever reason, but for me it's not really relevant for another month or so. We'll see how Hayes does. We'll see how Mullins does. Both of them have been better lately, especially Hayes. So Mullins had a nice day the other day, and we shall see. But to me, it's like not real interesting to talk about the same thing over and over and over again. So when they send Norby down, it's like, all right, of course they're gonna send him down, right? Like Arias is not going anywhere. At least not for 6 weeks. So we'll find out if they want to make that move. I don't think they will. And Mateo is just rolling. So we got to ride that hot bet. The lineup yesterday looked weird. There's no Gunner. There's no Ryan O'Hearn. There's no Mullins. So it was a different lineup, but they produced, led by Mateo. Orioles get the win. That's five straight. Norby goes down again. Not the biggest surprise. I think the biggest surprise was that Coulomb got on the injured list. So I guess we got to just pray on that one because elbow inflammation can mean just elbow inflammation, right? Like he just needs a little bit of rest. It could be something worse, so we don't even want to talk about that. Hopefully he's fine. Give him a 2 week break. Not the end of the world. Baker's numbers are terrible in Norfolk, but he has been better in his last couple of starts. He's been here before, so we'll see how he does when he gets the opportunity. I guess Vespi didn't get called up simply because if they option him again, he's got to clear waivers, and I don't think they want to lose him. So if they bring Vespi up, it'll be more of a long-term situation. So I guess that's why he didn't get the call up. And let's see what else. I guess that's really pretty much it. Don't we're in the middle of this winning streak. Don't want to jinx anything, but we're catching the Braves at a really, really, really good time. I mean, the Braves are super duper struggling. They for a team that's 35-29 now, they're just falling apart. They lost Strider, they lost Acuna, they lost 6 out of 8 to the Nationals. They've been 9-16 now in their past 25 games, and they're just having a hard time. The lineup doesn't really scare you. They threw their best pitcher out there yesterday with Freed. So we'll see. Povich pitches tonight. I was pretty hard on him, I guess, on his last start. I just wanted Oh man, I hate that Guerrero guy, and I just didn't like that at bat. So I'm really curious to see how Povich pitches tonight. I will not bet any of his props. See exactly what the lineup is, and yeah, make my bets accordingly later. But one thing I did want to touch on for just a couple of minutes, because the way I'm betting, it's obvious, right? Like I'm betting Orioles props every single night, but I'm also a big fan of the Orioles, and I think that I got this philosophy down half right, but because everything changed with the business right as baseball season started, I wasn't prepared to do what I think I'm going to do next year, as long as time permits. Because what the best way to bet on baseball, basketball, hockey, these daily sports where there's going to be so many games is, and this is just my opinion, but it's to bet on one team the way I'm doing it, but to not be a fan, to have no emotion. So whether it's, I don't know, Padres or I don't know, Reds, Cubs, some random National League team that doesn't stir emotions, that I don't care if they actually win or not, that would ultimately be the best way to bet, because I am limiting myself each night by not being willing to bet against the Orioles. So if I don't feel great about the Orioles, or I don't feel great about the lineup or the starting pitcher, yeah, I'm not going to make 13 bets. I could every night like talk myself into it, but that's the fan in me. So I'm trying to differentiate it. It's a work in progress, frankly. So like when we don't win, or excuse me, when we win, but I don't bet on them, that's super frustrating. But yeah, if I don't have a great feeling, and like tonight will probably be one of those, because I just don't know how Povich is going to pitch. The Braves are struggling, so the odds are going to be, favorable. We're going to get, you can talk yourself into it, but most likely I'll just bet a few prop bets for the hitters. And yeah, that'll be that. I want to do a podcast later this afternoon on let's see, on the Celtics and the Mavs, but Porzingis, his status is up in the air. So I don't want to start rambling about it until hopefully they give us a decision here relatively soon. I apologize. I feel like I lost my voice. Been playing a lot of basketball and just yelling. So sorry if this doesn't sound great. Anyway, all right, let me get out of here. Orioles win 5-0. Yeah, my percentage is up to 55%. So feeling good about that. Looking to keep it moving. And yeah, I'll see you guys hopefully later this afternoon. As long as they announce it in time, I'll record here for like 10, 15 minutes, give my thoughts on game 3. So all right, have a good day, guys.